blink from time to time, but there's a very famous climb in American cycling. I think Hamilton got that. It's a time trial all the way up some years ago, and
was that in the Tour de Pont?
No, it's a special, it's like just a single mountain climb of its own, and it's an awful long one, about 9 miles or something ridiculous. But there is one particular, some time ago, and Hamilton, I think, broke the record on that. That was a time trial upper climb.
Well, it's certainly possible because of the Americans riding today. I would say the only other American who is as good a climber as Hamilton at the moment is Lance Armstrong.
Well, let's see if he's going to get Honchar now with 41.52. He could probably take this one, but can he also take the pink jersey? In so doing, as he comes round here, he's going to really, with less than 20 seconds to go, he's going to cross the line in 41.21. Hamilton now has knocked 31 seconds out of Gonchar.
Well, my choice for second and first have been reversed. Honchar is coming second and Hamilton first, and I honestly don't see that changing by the end of today.
But what is Hamilton going to do then as we watch him now going into that bend? This is a nasty one when so many riders just took their life in their hands, rode close up against the barriers, but he tucked it back in again, and then his foot came out. Well, I was just talking to Chris, he looked up, and that will just cost him a couple of seconds anyway, as his foot came out of the pedal. Disappointment then to lose that little bit, but what will it mean at the end of the stage today? Certainly then coming across the line there, Hamilton now moving into the lead and putting down that famous time trial and world champion at one time, Honchar into second.
It just doesn't seem like he's risen to the challenge today. He seems like he's going just so easy. And there's Tyler Hamilton coming across the line in what was a brilliant performance today. There's no doubt he'll be happy with himself after this one. And he's now concluded his time trial without as much as an incident, a little bit of a foot pull, but nothing, he hasn't had a touchdown.
The rhythm of things, and just after that, I don't say really sort of gave up, but he's getting back again now. You have to concentrate. You have to, even if you're not doing exactly what you calculated, because all these chaps will be riding to a schedule, the team manager behind will have that schedule. But if you're falling back on it, you can easily get very disappointed if you're not hitting the schedule, and then you can lose your rhythm then, as Salvador then coming through 42.57. So it probably right now he's got his skull together with 1 kilometre to go. He's just realised what he's got to do then to stay here, and look how he's coming back now. It wasn't like that further back. He'd lost so much time, but now he's beginning to accelerate. Good run down to the finish.
It's absolutely amazing that he is coming back, and maybe this is the key to his success. He is known for being a good time trialer. Maybe this is the way he does it. He eases into the full throttle. You know, he doesn't just start in with big revs.
Well, he was 29 seconds down, or 28 seconds down on Hamilton at the first check of the race. He went through and he was over 40 seconds down at the 21 kilometre point, and so he's coming through here, and the time that Hamilton has got to beat at the moment will be, in fact, he's gone outside Hamilton's time, so he's not going to finish in first spot, but he's not going to push Honchar off the podium either at the moment. Then Frigo coming in here.
Well, certainly a ride like this, Frigo is not going to do himself any damage. He hasn't lost a significant amount of time. He's going to still possibly move up in general classification, certainly going to best the next two in front of him, who are Evans and Escartin.
Well, he's continuing with that. He didn't quite hit it like it looked, so 42.20 then for him. And so Hamilton's time, 41.21, still untouched. So in fact that's a full minute then between Hamilton and Frigo. And here Hepner coming through, 31. He's going to go over that. At that point he's now 32.01.
Well, I have to say, David, this is one of the most difficult stages I've had for commentating, because the amount of adding, subtracting, reshuffling, multiplying and dividing that we're doing is beginning to twist my brain. But the fact that the images keep moving through the different competitions, and there's Frigo again finishing, and it does seem like he snapped into action just maybe a minute or two too late.
Just bear in mind, he's not having much help in the mountains, Frigo, from Escartin from his team, is he?
No,
he gets help on the flat, but not in the mountains.
For sure, his team is not built around him. In fact, they'd be putting him in with the idea that here's a man who can take a stage, and that would be his sole objective, I would think, in this event.
Well, certainly he's looking probably for his place on the podium if Evans will let him. But I think there's a nice little battle going, and probably Evans and his Scott in this race now, providing, of course, that Casagrande and Frigo managed to dislodge Hepner. And it doesn't look much like it now at the moment, because Hepner's yet to finish. Here comes Casagrande, and he's come a bit better too. Again, he's another rider that's come down well off that mountain, so down along the beach side. He's certainly concentrated his brain. He's probably going to be just outside the 43 minute mark, so that'd be a disappointment if he does fade outside that, because here it comes then up towards 43. Yes, he's going to be outside 43. That's not a good ride for Casagrande at the moment, not at all.
Well, Cadell has now leapfrogged over him in the general classification.
So 43.12 for Casagrande. Evans' time back there was what, 42.09. So he's at
42.02.
42.02. Sorry, 42.02.
So he's
it's inside 45 to keep that jersey. Quick calculation: 1 minute 48, and it's a 43 means 44, 58. So yes, 45 is the time he's got to be inside 45. He's certainly going to do that. He's certainly going to keep the pink jersey yet again. And so when we shuffle the pack later on, he's not going to win the stage, but he should keep that pink jersey. And I think it's fair to say he's done a very, very worthwhile ride here. As he's coming through here, 43.28 on your screen, and he should be through to finish in just inside the 44-minute mark. So he's probably keeping that jersey by about a minute onto Casagrande, subject to my quick back of an envelope calculation, which can always be miles out, but it looks like he's going to keep it now as he comes through here, because if it goes to 44, then I don't think he's going to lose that jersey, but we'll just get confirmation of that. He comes over the line in 43.53.
jersey, and they are all thrilled at his performance.
Look at the results. So Hamilton from America in first spot, Honchar then the Ukraine in second, Cadell Evans from all the way up from Australia back into third spot, and Hepner, look at that, he rode a most controlled race today. All the skill and the experience of this 37-year-old showed today, and it showed yet again that the pink jersey, any leader's jersey in any of the time trials, in any major race, it certainly lifts you up and gives you that extra dimension, and he really fought his way around there. I suppose it'd be unfair to say that Frigo and Casagrande weren't going full chat today, because I think Hepner's done what he set out to do. Whether the others were going well or badly is immaterial, but he's kept that by 48 seconds from Evans. Hamilton's moved up into third spot. Who would have thought when we started out just on 2 weeks ago on the Tour of Italy we'd see a leaderboard like that?